Have you ever found yourself emotionally manipulated by others, their actions controlling your reactions, your peace of mind, and your self-worth? Do you feel trapped in relationships or situations that drain you, where you're constantly seeking validation or approval from others? What if the key to regaining your power was not to seek more validation, but to embrace the power of indifference? Indifference is often misunderstood, but when practiced with intention, it can serve as a powerful tool for self-respect, emotional growth. It's about reclaiming control over your own life, breaking free from toxic cycles, and setting boundaries that prioritize your own well-being. In this video, we will dive deep into how indifference can transform your life, from freeing yourself from emotional dependency to mastering self-control and reshaping your relationship. By the end, you'll see how embracing indifference isn't about being cold or detached, but about becoming stronger, more self-aware, and in charge of your narrative. 1. Reclaiming power through indifference. Shifting the power dynamic. What if you could stop seeking validation from others? Imagine the freedom that would come with no longer needing approval or acknowledgement from the people around you. The truth is, seeking validation from others gives them control over your emotional state, your peace of mind, and your self-worth. Every time you look for affirmation, you make your happiness contingent on someone else's opinion. Indifference offers the ultimate antidote to this dependency. When you stop craving attention and validation, you shift the power dynamic in your favor, making you untouchable. Indifference in this context isn't about coldness or detachment. It's about emotional independence. It's about recognizing that your value doesn't depend on someone else's approval. Instead, you focus inward, taking back control of your reactions, your emotions, and your life. By becoming indifferent to the need for others' validation, you free yourself from the invisible chains that keep you stuck. The power of indifference lies in its ability to restore your autonomy, to make you the master of your own emotional state. And once you embrace this, you become less vulnerable to manipulation and more capable of pursuing your own goals with clarity and confidence. 2. Cutting the puppet strings. Reclaiming your identity. Have you ever felt like a puppet, with others pulling your emotional strings? Maybe you've been manipulated by someone's emotional cues, responding to their needs or moods at the expense of your own well-being. This cycle can be exhausting and draining. Indifference provides a way out. It allows you to stop being controlled by others' emotional states. Instead of reacting to their emotional cues, you reclaim your own identity and reactions. By cutting these puppet strings, you assert your independence and take back control of your emotional landscape. You recognize that your worth is not dependent on others' approval, and you stop letting them dictate how you feel. This newfound emotional autonomy frees you from the constant need to please others, to anticipate their needs, or to align your actions with their expectations. The power of indifference lies in your ability to control your reactions, not just to other people, but to life itself. You no longer allow others to determine your worth or your emotions. 3. Burning bridges for growth. Letting go of toxic connections. What happens when you find yourself emotionally trapped in toxic relationships? You may feel stuck, constantly drained by people who don't value you or who take more than they give. These relationships are often characterized by emotional manipulation, guilt-tripping, and dependency. The solution: burning bridges. While the idea of burning bridges may sound drastic, it's actually an act of self-respect and self-preservation. By severing connections with people who are emotionally draining or toxic, you allow yourself the space to grow and evolve. This is a vital step in reclaiming your power. Cutting these emotional ties eliminates the revolving door of toxic people who have been holding you back. Once you let go of these unhealthy relationships, you make room for personal growth, peace, and the opportunity to build healthier connections in the future. 4. Triggering an emotional detox. Resetting your emotional state. What if you could hit the reset button on your emotional life? Indifference creates space for emotional detoxification. It allows you to step back and disengage from the emotional dependency that often develops in toxic relationships. When you step away, You allow both yourself and the other person to reset emotionally, giving you both the time and space to gain clarity. An emotional detox is like cleansing your body. It's about eliminating the toxic emotions and unhealthy attachments that cloud your judgment and hinder your growth. By embracing indifference, you clear away the emotional clutter and create space for self-worth and emotional clarity. This process of detoxification paves the way for a healthier, more balanced emotional state, free from the influence of others' emotional baggage. Once you've cleared away the toxicity, you'll find that your sense of self and your capacity for meaningful connections improves exponentially. Redefining the playing field. Setting new boundaries. Have you ever felt that your boundaries are being overrun by others? Indifference forces others to confront the absence of your attention, which in turn shifts the dynamic in your favor. When you stop seeking validation or constantly engaging with people who don't value you, you set new boundaries, ones that demand respect and equal effort. Indifference creates uncertainty in the minds of those around you. It disrupts the patterns of dependency and manipulation that often shape relationships. By stepping back, you not only regain your autonomy, but also challenge others to step up and meet you at your level. In this way, indifference becomes a powerful tool for setting boundaries and ensuring that relationships are based on mutual respect, not emotional manipulation. 6. Revealing their true colors, separating the genuine from the manipulative. Have you ever wondered if someone truly values you, or if they're simply taking advantage of your emotional investment? Indifference reveals people's true intentions. When you stop giving them the emotional energy they expect, you expose whether they genuinely care about you or whether they were merely manipulating you. Those who care about you will recognize your emotional independence and respect your boundaries. They will step up and make an effort to nurture the relationship. On the other hand, those who are only interested in controlling or exploiting you will fade away. This clarity allows you to stop wasting energy on the wrong people, ensuring that you invest your time and emotions in relationships that are truly reciprocal. 7. Pulling the rug from underneath. Disrupting the status quo. How do you regain control when someone thinks they have power over you? By stopping engagement, you disrupt the control they thought they had. This simple act forces them to reassess their behavior and confront their own insecurities. When you pull the rug from underneath their emotional manipulation, you demonstrate your newfound independence and strength. Indifference disrupts the status quo, forcing people to reconsider their approach to you. It highlights your emotional freedom and resilience, signaling to others that you will no longer tolerate disrespect or manipulation. In this way, indifference becomes a powerful tool for asserting your autonomy and protecting your emotional health. 8. Freedom from needing closure. Finding peace within yourself. How many times have you sought closure from someone, only to realize that it never truly satisfies you? True freedom comes from finding closure within yourself, not through someone else's actions or words. When you embrace indifference, you free yourself from the need for external validation or closure. By cutting emotional ties and stepping away from unhealthy situations, you allow yourself to heal and move forward without needing anyone's approval or explanations. Closure is an internal process, not an external one. Once you embrace this, you'll realize that you don't need closure from others to feel at peace. You have the power to create your own sense of resolution, regardless of what others do or don't do. 9. Mastering self-control. Embracing emotional discipline. Indifference is a form of self-discipline. It's about mastering your emotions and focusing on what you can control. Your reactions. Stoic principles teach us that we cannot control others' actions, but we can control how we respond. By practicing indifference, you develop emotional mastery, strengthening your resilience and independence. Self-control enhances your ability to navigate life's challenges with calmness and clarity. Instead of being swayed by external forces, you remain grounded and in charge of your emotional state. This emotional discipline enhances your overall well-being and empowers you to make decisions that align with your values and goals. Indifference as a mindset. A long-term transformation in difference is not a quick fix or a manipulative tactic. It's a long-term transformation of your mindset. It's about reclaiming your self-respect and focusing on your own growth, rather than seeking validation or approval from others. The power of indifference lies in its ability to foster a deep, lasting sense of emotional independence. When you adopt indifference as a mindset, it becomes a way of life. You stop reacting to the whims of others, and instead, you focus on your own journey. This transformation requires patience and commitment, but the results are profound. Indifference doesn't make you cold, it makes you stronger, more resilient, and more capable of living life on your own terms. Empowering affirmations. Reinforcing your new mindset. To reinforce this mindset, use empowering affirmations. Phrases like "I cut the string," "I'm burning bridges," or "I detox my emotions" serve as powerful reminders of your commitment to self-respect and transformation. These affirmations help you stay focused on your goals, reminding you of your independence and your ability to take control of your emotional life. By incorporating these affirmations into your daily routine, you reinforce your commitment to personal growth and emotional freedom. Over time, they become a part of your internal dialogue, empowering you to remain steadfast in your journey of transformation. 12. Taking control of your narrative. Becoming the main character in your own story. Are you letting others direct your life, or are you the one in charge of your own story? Indifference allows you to take control of your narrative. Instead of chasing after others for validation or approval, you choose yourself. You become the main character in your own story, focusing on your own goals, values, and peace. Taking control of your narrative means prioritizing your own needs and desires. It means choosing to live according to your own standards, not the expectations of others. When you focus on your own journey, your life improves in ways you never imagined. You become the architect of your own destiny. 13. Transforming relationships. Building respect-based connections. Finally, indifference transforms your relationships. By setting boundaries and no longer tolerating manipulation or emotional dependency, you force others to reassess their behavior. Relationships based on mutual respect and equality replace those built on dependency or control. As you embrace indifference, you become the one worth chasing, not the one chasing others. You attract people who value you for who you truly are, not for what you can do for them. These relationships are built on respect, equality, and shared values, creating deeper and more fulfilling connections.